What up, what up, what up? It's your boy P. Thank you for tuning in. Hollering at y'all right fast. Today we talking about all the rich white pedophiles that are not gonna have a 6-part series on Lifetime. Home of that anti-black man shit, home of that black man, black woman, gender warring shit, home of that anti-black cohesion bullshit, right? And y'all know black cohesion is something that I spoke about on one of my first lives, and how we need to be of one mind. We need to be on groupthink. Groupthink prepares you to not to be scrambling for ordered thought when white supremacy makes a play on black unity. When they make a play on the dividing mechanisms that they put in place to have us attacking our own morale on the damn battlefield. Like the feminist movement, like the gender war, like black celebrity perp walk fest that they do. Like posterizing black men to make us the face of some dirt that white males doing. And they doing the same dirt or worse. And it's always usually worse. They get to go unmentioned, right? So anytime they try to run those things and rev up those campaigns, a cohesive narrative needs to be what they run into fucking with us. We need to habituate them to meeting a singular line of thought when they try to divide us along lines that they set. Hear me? So, with Lifetime playing this 6-part series on R. Kelly, the black cohesion comes with us following some advice that I often give. Always run with the comparative white offender narrative. You know, white supremacist society always scraping and scratching to find some comparative narratives of white victimhood, right? They do that shit. They try to come at us with that shit, right? Well, we need to keep a comparative white offender list for every crime in the book. I mean, so we don't even budge when they run for hit pieces like this. You see? I put up a tweet about 4 in the morning today doing this exact thing. And I'm going to spend all week marketing the shit just to make the message of it get steam. And y'all can help me with that. Retweet it at PDGAF tweets on Twitter. But in response to some coons that came across my timeline who come with these low bar responses we always get with a black man whenever we under a microscope, you know, all kind of accusations of black people, y'all are supporting the behaviors of these guys. Y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all remember with Bill Cosby, it was, y'all are always supporting rape culture. Y'all supporting rape culture. With R. Kelly, is y'all supporting R. Kelly's actions, right? Even though literally nobody black in any feed that I went to and checked out all day said R. Kelly was right or wrong for anything. So I want you cool motherfuckers out there to get that. That's black cohesion. First off. Okay? We smart enough not to put ourselves in a position to have to defend pro or con, yay or nay, against a black poster child that white society decided to point out one day. Understand that white society wants to tell us who we should be mad at, who our enemies should be, and who our good guys are. And there's so many coons, man, that they don't even catch on to that shit. And we need to be pointing our finger at them the same damn way. And at the same damn enemy in the same damn direction, right? It's a white supremacist infrastructure that made black male media lynching like this damn docuseries. It's a white supremacist infrastructure that made this type of lynching happen in the first place. And singling out a black person. Matter of fact, the fucking hashtag that's trending on this bullshit should be not surviving R. Kelly. It should be called singling out R. Kelly. Because that's what's happening. Alright, so back to my tweet I sent at this black person, right? Because we don't know who's who or what is what for the most part on Twitter. But for the sake of conversation, we gonna say this one coon ass chick running her Twitter fingers was in my timeline, you know what I'm saying? We're having a discourse about Cosby. one of these R. Kelly threads, and like clockwork, she was doing what I said coons like her do, and doing what white supremacist society expects their coons to do. Faking like black people support rapists and pedophiles. Faking like black people don't support victims of rape or pedophilia, right? Whenever we don't agree to picking up a tiki torch against somebody black who white supremacist society singled out to attack for their own purposes, their own reasonings, which we know is to cover up the dirt white offenders do. Anytime we don't do that, cool motherfuckers like her run that shit, right? So my response to her was simple. She said something to the effect of, we should care about the victims getting to speak over anything. Not about who produced the series. I think somebody made a comment about, there's some fucked up interests that are behind the production of this series. She was like, we shouldn't worry about who's behind the series, whether it's a black person or a white person. It should be about the victims. Black people should care about the victims, right? Trying to low-key shade black people and say we don't care about victims, right? Or whatever. My response was, but the fucked up pattern is we stand with white supremacist media bashing R. Kelly without first running a counter narrative. And I put an ellipses, rich white pedos who run the fuck free. And then I put some hashtags, surviving the 6 congressmen who work for the Clinton Foundation, surviving Nathan Larson, surviving billionaire Jerry Epstein. Call him a billionaire. He got money like that. He should be called a billionaire, goddammit. Surviving Woody Allen. I'm trying to read the tweet. And that's what it said. And that was it. If somebody come talking any shit to you about black this or that, that's negative, you say, what about somebody white that did it? Right? Even if you don't even got all the facts behind specific white people who did whatever kind of dirt. Even if you don't got details, it works as a catch-all. That's why I tell y'all to do it. It's the perfect puzzle piece to pull in a society where white dirt has literally poisoned every waking hour of existence around this bitch in this white supremacist regime. Every day. So the dominant society has been a hoist to its own petard in that way by allowing so much white dirt, mountains of it, mountains of it, compared to the 1 or 2 black men that they dig up from under some rock every few years. They spend millions paying off anti-black collaborators and other shit to try to make even those see the light of day, right? And when they do see the light of day, I won't even say 1 or 2 black men. I'm going to say 1/4 black men, 1/3 black men cases, 1/2 black men cases, because these are almost always half cases, half-ass examples. And a bunch of paid off motherfuckers. Cosby, just a bunch of scorn bitches giving hearsay. These should be railroadings, no evidence type shit, no witnesses type shit. Look at the Michael Jackson case. 14 cases of liars and paid off motherfuckers, right? Well, R. Kelly, the jury is still out, but it's like, what the fuck? That's the grade of garbage that temporarily or permanently gets to pass for legally admissible in a system of white supremacy. Trying niggas in a court of public opinion type shit. In a court of self-hating coon motherfuckers and anti-black white people, right? Whenever they want to posterize a black man, I'm like, nah, that's the fuckery. But overall, I'm saying, whenever they try to make an argument for Cosby, R. Kelly, Ray Rice, whoever, the shit falls flat by default of the dominant society being so undisciplined and managing their own bullshit. You get what I'm saying? Like managing their own revelry and their own weirdo sexual urges and managing their homes and managing their men, their women, their children. Point blank, period. And I say this all the time. They don't have the moral credit that we do. So, like I said, this is just another opportunity to cash in. When it comes to you talking about some shit, somebody black wrong, somebody black did wrong, just say, look, swipe that moral credit card, right? And we should always pull that card. What about somebody white that did it, right? They don't have the moral legs to stand on ever. I will kick the legs right from underneath their ass, 24/7, 365. All right, so onto the white males that I mentioned, then I'm going to start a campaign to make these hashtags go viral. Feel free to help me on that. I'm going to work on some visual aids that's going to make it go smoother for y'all, those who want to help me or whatever. Follow me on Twitter, my new account. You know my coon challenge got me taken down. So I'm starting all over from zero, but it's at PDGAF Tweets. And I'll keep y'all up on it. And once again, it's no affiliation with Concerned Citizens of Dallas-Fort Worth as a different entity. But let's look at it. Yo, the first hashtag, surviving the 6 congressmen who worked for the Clinton Foundation. Y'all remember Pedo Gate and Pizzagate a couple years ago? Several people attached to the Clinton Foundation name came up on some pedo shit. And these were people that were supposed to be arrested. I mean, so as time goes on, we'll see what happens or what doesn't happen. Information is still coming out about it, but you know what? Hey, names and faces is still coming out about R. Kelly and shit. And he got a 6-episode expose. So I don't really feel wrong saying what I'm about to say. I'm about to say some names that I see and that we all see that keep popping up behind this shit. Chuck Schumer, Tim Kaine, Richard Blumenthal. Oh, we even heard the motherfucking name Joe Biden. Even heard the motherfucking name Hillary Clinton mentioned as a pedophile. And I'm not shocked one bit, right? Not to mention there's just so much pedophile shit going on and in and around the Clinton family name. It's very strange and very, very much not a good look. The Clinton Foundation, they even had a human trafficking center in Haiti. You know where the Clintons stole billions from? Haiti, after the earthquake. All the earthquake victims they robbed. That Haiti, right? And there was an investigator that worked there by the name of Monica Peterson. And she was working there while investigating the Clintons' ties to a global pedophile ring. Right? And she was just about to finish her investigating. A little expose on the shit. And, looking at the Clinton Foundation and their center's role in child sex trafficking, know what happened? She turned up dead under mysterious circumstances while she was doing her investigating. And details are still developing on it, but y'all motherfuckers do the math, man. You know what I'm saying? And in keeping with the Clinton Foundation and pedophile motherfuckers, the Clinton Foundation got $25,000, and I'm thinking it's way more than that, but they got $25,000 from a multi-billionaire motherfucker. He's a billionaire, not a multi-billionaire. He got paper. He's a multi-millionaire and a billionaire named Jerry Epstein through his non-profit group COUQ. Which brings me to my hashtag surviving billionaire Jerry Epstein in this bitch. Back in 2005, he had a minor that he was paying like $200, $400 to come to his Florida mansion and be a prostitute. You know what I'm saying? His money and clout got him to knock his charge down to one felony count of, I think it was like soliciting an underage girl for prostitution. Not pedophilia, right? They locked his ass up. You know what I mean? He did 13 months and he was back on the street. But that ain't it. A federal investigation shows that he got 36 more victims that he's violated. And he still got civil suits on his ass, out the ass. Yeah, we got coons walking around this bitch talking about, ooh, look at R. Kelly, white mommy, white daddy. Look, I can point out that mean old black R. Kelly if you want me to. If I reckons that it's gonna make you smile, white mommy, white daddy. Anything for you, white mommy and daddy. You point out them bad old Negroes and I'll go get them. You know? we want to survive R. Kelly too, master. So I'm saying, like, all this shit is still opening. And it's still open for this motherfucker. And it's still going on with Jerry Epstein is what I'm saying. And white supremacist society is trying to work the momentum behind the bullshit to a standstill. But that's why we in the new black media, that's why we made to stay on this shit. That's why we around. Another thing this Jerry Epstein is really been on, and I find is really weird, is he's so chummy with the damn Clinton Foundation that he invites them to his own island that he bought called Sex Slave Island in the damn Caribbean. Oh yeah, Caribbean, close to motherfucking Haiti. Coincidence? I don't think so. And this shit it's basically a pedophile sanctuary. You know what I mean? Where You know, you hear people calling it an orgy island. It's an orgy island for children where rich white pedophiles getting it in on this little punk ass island with children for child sex. You know what I'm saying? So man, forget about R. Kelly. He should have his own hit expose on Lifetime called "Surviving Slave Island." Straight up. Some of the people that came out to talk about it and their experiences with him. Chick named Katie Johnson, one of his accusers. She said she was assaulted by him when she was 13. It's all kind of dirt on him that R. Kelly couldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. This dude was pimping out underage girls to Prince Andrew in Britain. A woman by the name of Virginia Roberts, she said that he was pimping her out. And a bunch of other underage girls to Prince Andrew. Yep, Duke of York, Prince Andrew. That's Meghan Markle's family member now with her coon stupid ass. That's her family now. Prince Andrew. And pedophilia, it's big in Britain. When I was doing my research, damn, you know, if we talking about exposés, Lifetime would literally have a lifetime of shit. If they dug through the white males in Britain, that shit was nauseating just to look at all that shit. But who else got a pedophile hashtag? Oh yeah, Surviving Nathan Larson. He's a CPA who ran for Congress in Virginia last year. Y'all might remember it. It was a big story. He was an admitted pedophile. He wanted pedophilia and incest to be legalized in Virginia. And he was also an admitted white supremacist, which will also make people say, oh, that's some bullshit, double. And he served 14 months in jail for trying to kill Baby Bush, George W. Bush. Just a real psycho motherfucker. But of course, he's not in jail. And he was born in Charlottesville, Virginia, which, you know, Charlottesville is having a lot of degenerate white male energy coming out of that area. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Charlottesville, Virginia, but, you know, as of late, they've been looking really fucked up in the news. Who else did I mention as a white pedophile with a hashtag? Oh, yeah. Surviving Woody Allen. We all know Woody Allen fucked his own daughter, Dylan Farrow. And she was trying to bring him down around January of last year, but we all saw what happened. Cosby took center stage. The coons rush in type of shit took center stage. So white supremacy downgraded motherfuckers like him to a back burner issue. But that's precisely why we in new black media do what we do. You understand? Because they selectively attack white masculinity. They only jump on their own when what? There's got to be some feminists riding down on their ass or some LGBTQIA motherfuckers riding down on it. When it's a black man, when it's just a scent of a black man looking like he about to get in trouble, they drop everything they doing. It's all hands on deck. Everybody stop talking about white males real quick. We got a Negro to lynch right fast. That's the shit they be on. All right, and you know, since we talking about white pedophiles, let's not forget to mention all the supporters of white pedophiles. Damn, you know, we talk about Roy Moore, Alabama motherfucker, and he got a jacket on him now or some young girl said that he was fucking with him while they were in high school type shit. Labor Secretary Alexander Acosta, he's the hand-picked Labor Secretary of Trump. Labor Secretary is the motherfucker that's in charge of every motherfucker that got a job, that work a job, right? But he's the Labor Secretary out in Florida. Just this past November, like the end of November, he was accused of giving Jerry Epstein, quote unquote, the deal of a lifetime is what he was calling it. And where it's like, nah, you saw you was dealing with a billionaire hedge fund motherfucker, and that was your deal of a lifetime to make a career-changing ass move to protect this motherfucker, you piece of shit motherfucker. I mean, and he even gave Jerry Epstein's co-conspirators, they got immunity in the whole situation around Jerry Epstein already. So white supremacy is already working its magic for Jerry Epstein's money and working its magic for Jerry Epstein's whiteness. I mean, so this goes to show you that white supremacy knows no party lines. We say that a lot. Acosta, he's under Trump. He's a Republican. And he's defending the buddy of the Clintons, Epstein. And Bill Clinton even went to Sex Slave Island a bunch of times, numerous times, according to the travel logs from Epstein's plane. So they close, they buddies, they friends. I think Bill Clinton probably getting in on the shit too. So just think about that shit. This is some deep shit that they've dug for themselves. A deep little web that we're gonna have to break that shit down if they gonna be trying to just pick black men at random to throw up under the pedo bus. Like, nah, that ain't what we do. We got a whole global network of y'all acting an ass behind this shit, and we got shit to say about it. And what else, man? Oh yeah, Tariq Nasheed put up a post about this R. Kelly shit, and shout out to that man Tariq Nasheed. He was just commenting on how the black people at all these publications going to bat and lapdogging for white supremacy with this. He said they're just bought and paid for coons, and I think he's doing a post on that whole thing. Or, he said he was going to do a post on following the money behind R. Kelly's smear campaign. That's something that he liked to do. That's one of Tariq's wheelhouses. And I saw Disney come up as one of the names that he listed, which I know y'all know I stay getting on their ass about their anti-black cohesion propaganda. Definitely anti-black male propaganda. And there were also some members of the LGBT community that came up too. So I'm not surprised at that shit. But as we see black people tap dancing with white supremacy's narratives in their mouth about R. Kelly, y'all don't even fall for it. Just compartmentalize it as, you know what they're doing, some clear and present Sambo shit to get the white supremacist population within America to give them a nice buttery Pillsbury Grands biscuit. A fucking can of biscuits to pop open, you know what I'm saying? And maybe some pats on the head. Maybe some likes on Twitter, you know what I mean? Just real goofy, uncritically thinking, dork motherfucker shit. Dork ass trinkets, you know what I mean? Don't even be moved by it. Have your counter narrative of white dirt ready. Because what they're doing is hiding behind the ease with which the dominant society can and does attack black people. That's one of the allowances of a white supremacist system, if you white. And coons, they want to be white. And they willing to accept whatever cover or whatever disguise they get provided, or guise they get provided by white society, or whatever white society tells them they have to live under, if it means white society will allow them proximity to them. Or simply a motherfucking can of Pillsbury ass biscuits, goddammit. I mean, one thing about white supremacy that we often talk about is how white-skinned people are socially afforded a normalcy narrative that no other group can access. And coons, they just want to feel normal. What makes you be perceived as normal in any white supremacist regime? Always attacking black people. Always being anti-black. Right? That's just socially speaking, right? We know economically, the dominant society, they get unfair economic grab bags that nobody else get. Politically, they get military and police and militias and preppers that will murder for them at the snap of a finger, unprovoked, that nobody else get at the same clip and at the same consistency, right? And socially, they get the benefit of all they degeneracies, all they missteps being considered normal. You get what I'm saying? Or like, well, this is just a mental disease little Skylar is having because he wants to go fuck kids. It's just a little mental episode he's having. He doesn't need jail. He needs to be trained. He needs to be medicated. He needs to talk to a psychiatrist. All that kind of soft patting. You understand? They get to do that as a kind of social cover before anybody even questions or begins to cast aspersions on their behaviors. Because there is no Black Lifetime channel to throw white people under no bus, right? That's what coons want a part of. Whatever crumb from that table that falls. If it falls to the floor, they gonna lick it up and say, y'all black people with y'all pro-black narrative, y'all need to quit tripping. Y'all trying to get your own table and trying to get your own plate, your own flow. This the white man flow. The white man flow, it tastes better than any black man flow. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we have to stay batting down these black lapdogs who are easily led into agreement with white supremacist hit pieces and exposés like this shit, right? So yeah, that's what I want to say about that. Probably finna finish my Teespring account today. I got it finished. I got a couple of designs I want y'all to check out. Some really, really nice shirts. And I'll post a link or I'll do a nice little post for it so y'all can see it. And y'all will be able to access it and just click on the links. I got some really good designs, like I told y'all, and I know y'all gonna like them. Go ahead and support it. Go ahead and support it. Cash Mob, your boy P. When y'all see this shit, y'all gonna be like, that motherfucker a genius ass nigga. I want to wear that shit. So yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna be getting at y'all probably tonight about that shit. If I can get it all done. Or if not tonight, then definitely tomorrow. I want y'all to check that shit out. New t-shirts coming. New hoodies and shit coming. Check that shit the fuck out. But in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, so you know when I'm dropping. Get it, y'all.